Hi guys, welcome back to Big Quiz TV. We've got another one of our general pub quizzes today, so let's get straight into it. Before we start, just remember that this channel includes our Big Fat Trivia quizzes, which is just a vast array of topics and knowledge, and I'm also doing specific commenter requested quizzes, so that could be on singers, countries, topics. Do look out for our specific quiz tomorrow, which is going to be 80s music, so if you're interested in that, just make sure that you hit that subscribe button. Some quick shout-outs as well for last week's winners. So our number one from last week is Blind Man Wakeboarding 2625, who got 30 out of 35 on the Olympics quiz, so amazing job there. Then we've got Romera's Request with 25 out of 30 on the movies quiz, so amazing job. And then we've also got Louise, who is our regular player, thank you so much Louise, who got 24 out of 30 on the 90s quiz. And just an extra shout out to the players at the bottom, so PH, Natasha DL and V Biggins. Thanks so much for playing. I can see that we've got quite a few views now. I've got 32 subscribers, which just makes me so happy. I just love the thought of people playing these quizzes and having a good time, and I just love making them, so thanks so much guys. Okay, so tonight's rounds, we're going to have a science round. Instead of our regular picture round, we're going to do a name 5, and I'm going to explain that a little bit on the way. Then we've got everything 2000s, sport and general knowledge. If you're new here, we do 10 questions for each round, and at the end of every 2 rounds, we give the answers in a kind of pub quiz format. Okay, so let's get started. Round number 1, science. Question number 1. What is the term for a substance that increases the rate of a chemical reaction without being consumed in the process? Question number 2. What is the name of the process by which plants convert light energy into chemical energy? Number 3. Which planet in our solar system has the shortest day, completing one rotation in just about 10 hours? Question number 4. What type of rock is formed from the cooling and solidification of magma or lava? Question number 5. What is the phenomenon called when light bends around an object, causing a shadow to have a soft edge? Question number 6. What is the molecular formula for ozone? Number 7. What is the name of the supercontinent that existed around 300 million years ago? Number 8. What gas is most commonly associated with the greenhouse effect? Number 9. What scale is used to measure the hardness of minerals? And final question of this round, what is the name of the organelle in eukaryotic cells that is often referred to as the powerhouse of the cell? Amazing work, guys, and if my sister's watching this, I expect you to get 10 out of 10 because I know you're really good at science. So round 2, name 5. All I'm going to do is I'm going to ask you to name 5 of something. So for example, I might say, and this is not a question, name 5 colours of the rainbow, and then for every colour that you manage to get, that's a point. So there are 10 points available here. We're going to have 2 questions of name 5, and you're going to have 30 seconds for each question, so that should be enough time. Question number 1 is going to be, name the last 5 British monarchs, and that includes the one that is on the throne right now. 30 seconds starting now. Okay, so that was just over 30 seconds. Let's go into our second question. Now all you need to do is name 5 countries that start with the letter C, and there are 18 in the world that start with the letter C, so this should be fine. 30 seconds starting now. Okay, so that was just over 30 seconds. Hopefully you've come up with loads. It would be awesome if you could comment below if you actually came up with all 18, because that would be so impressive. Okay, so round 1 answers for science. Number 1, what is the term for a substance that increases the rate of a chemical reaction? That is a catalyst. Number 2, the name of the process by which plants convert light energy into chemical energy is photosynthesis. The planet in our solar system that has the shortest day was Jupiter. For number 4, the type of rock that's formed with the cooling of magma and lava is igneous. Number 5, the phenomenon caused when a light bends around an object is diffraction. The molecular formula for ozone is O3. The name of the supercontinent that existed 300 million years ago is Pangaea. The gas most commonly associated with the greenhouse effect is carbon dioxide. If you said CO2, that's fine, obviously. The scale used to measure the hardness of minerals is the Mohs scale. And then lastly, the name of the organelle in eukaryotic cells, that's the powerhouse of the cell, is the mitochondria. Okay, so round 2 answers. I asked you to name the last 5 British monarchs. Of course we have Charles III, then Elizabeth II, it should say, not the first, George VI, Edward VIII, and then George V. Then naming 5 countries that start with the letter C. You can have any of these, so I'll just read out a few. Cambodia, Cameroon, Canada, Cape Verde, Cayman Islands. If you had Chad, Chile, China, Cuba, Croatia, any of those would have done perfectly, so really well done. And remember, if you've got more than 5 and you want to share your answer below, please do let me know. I could only come up with about 10. Okay, so round 3, we're going into my favourite era, everything 2000s. So let's get started. Number 1. What movie, released in 2001, stars Reese Witherspoon as a fashion merchandising student who gets into Harvard Law School? Number 2. Which TV series, debuting in 2004, follows the survivors of a plane crash on a mysterious island? Number 3. In what year did the sitcom Friends air its final episode? Number 4. Who won the FIFA World Cup in 2006? Number 5. Which American tennis player won the ladies' singles title in 2000? Number 6. In which year did Michael Phelps win a record 8 gold medals at the Summer Olympics? Number 7. Which gaming console, released in 2006, featured motion sensing technology and was a major hit? Number 8. What footwear brand became a major trend in the 2000s, known for its distinctive clog design? Number 9. Which pop star famously wore a meat dress at the 2010 MTV Music Video Awards? Final question of the round. Which artist won the Grammy Award for Album of the Year in 2004 for the album Speakerboxx / The Love Below? And that's it for round 3. Round 4, we're going straight into sport. So let's get started. Question 1. What is the highest possible break or free ball break in snooker? Number 2. In which sport would you perform a slam dunk? Number 3. Who holds the record for the most home runs in Major League Baseball (MLB) history? Number 4. In cricket, what is the term for a score of 100 runs by a batsman? Number 5. In which sport is the Ryder Cup contested? Number 6. In American football, how many points is a touchdown worth? Number 7. What is the term for a score of 0 in tennis? Number 8. In which country did the sport of rugby originate? Number 9. Which country is famous for originating the martial art of Taekwondo? And final question of the round. Which country has won the most FIFA World Cup titles in men's football? Okay, let's go into our round 3 answers, everything 2000s. So the movie starring Reese Witherspoon where she gets into Harvard Law is of course Legally Blonde. The TV series debuting in 2004 that follows the survivors of a plane crash is Lost. The year that the final episode of Friends aired was 2004. The team that won the FIFA World Cup in 2006 was Italy. The American tennis player who won the ladies singles title in 2000 is Venus Williams. In which year did Michael Phelps win 8 gold medals? That was 2008 at the Beijing Olympics. The gaming console released in 2006 with motion sensing technology was, of course, Nintendo Wii. Footwear brand that became a major trend and is actually making a bit of a comeback is Crocs. The pop star who famously wore a meat dress was Lady Gaga, absolutely gross. And then lastly, the artist that won the Grammy Award for Album of the Year with The Love Below Speakerbox was Outkast. Okay, going into our round 4 answers for sport. Number 1, the highest possible free ball break in snooker is 155. Now, I've read a lot about this and my partner ardently told me that even though we call 147 maximum, this is in fact not the highest possible break and the highest possible break is actually 155. So that's what I've been told. If you want to contest that below, please do let me know. In which sport would you perform a slam dunk? Well, if you're tall enough, you'd do this in basketball. The person who holds the record for the most home runs in baseball is Barry Bonds. In cricket, the term for a score of 100 runs is a century. The sport where the Ryder Cup is contested is golf. In American football, a touchdown is worth 6 points. The term for a score of 0 in tennis is love. The sport of rugby originated in England. The country famous for originating the martial art of Taekwondo is the Korean Peninsula, obviously before the North-South divide. And then the country who's won the most FIFA World Cup titles in men's football is Brazil. Okay, so going into our final round, as always, it is general knowledge, 10 questions, 10 seconds to answer each. Number 1. In which decade was the first email sent? Number 2. In Greek mythology, who was cursed to turn everything he touched into gold? Number 3. Which chemical element is known as quicksilver? Number 4. Which Italian painter is known for the artwork The Birth of Venus? Number 5. In what year did India gain independence from British rule? Number 6. What is the name of the thin protective outer layer of the Earth? Number 7. Which British author created the fictional detective Sherlock Holmes? Number 8. What is the largest desert in the world, excluding polar deserts? Number 9. Which novel by Herman Melville begins with the line, "Call me Ishmael"? And last question of the quiz, what is the most spoken native language in the world? And we're going to go into our final round of answers now. So number 1, the decade in which the first email was sent was the 1970s. In Greek mythology, the person who was cursed to turn everything he touched into gold was King Midas. The chemical element known as quicksilver is mercury. The Italian painter known for the artwork The Birth of Venus was Sandro Botticelli. The year that India gained independence from Great Britain was 1947. The name of the thin protective outer layer of the Earth is the crust. The British author who created the fictional detective Sherlock Holmes was Arthur Conan Doyle. The largest desert in the world, excluding polar deserts, is the Sahara Desert. The novel by Herman Melville that begins with "Call me Ishmael" is Moby Dick. And finally, the most spoken native language in the world is Mandarin. Amazing job, guys, that's the end of another quiz. Which level did you achieve this time? Please remember, as always, to just comment below. And if you have any requests for specific quizzes or rounds, again, let me know. I love making these and I love watching you play and comment below. Thanks again, hope you had fun. See you next time.